Welcome back to another educational video. Today we're going to discuss Viagra and cialis and how these drugs can be utilized in a bodybuilding setting and also how they're misused in a medical setting quite frequently to help people with erectile dysfunction. So this video has come off the back of a client asking me if he's going to have a heart attack whilst taking Viagra and taking performance enhancement and obviously training quite hard. And the answer is no, you're not going to. And I will discuss why. First of all, we need to say that this is not actually Viagra, this is not actually cialis. They are just generic versions of the same thing, exact same drug, just a fraction of the cost. But we'll go with those names for now because most people know the brand names, Viagra, cialis. Got a very strong brand awareness. Everyone knows what Viagra is. So we'll go with that. These drugs are just PD inhibitor drugs. They increase blood flow and that's how they treat sexual dysfunction. However, if your sexual dysfunction is driven by anything other than a lack of blood flow, it's going to do very little for you. If you've got low libido, they're not going to help, but you still prescribe them. This is why we're discussing it in the video, because a lot of people have been misdiagnosed with testosterone deficiency, getting some antidepressants, and it's really not helping them at all. And they're just coming away feeling worse. Because you often find that a lot of those people are also then overweight, unhealthy. Okay, you're not going to have very good blood flow if you're really unfit. And then you start engaging in sexual activity and you get really out of breath. All that blood's going to go everywhere else. It's not going to stay down there, is it? Because you're not able to keep up with the activity. Just like if you're doing any other activity. And this is something we also have to be aware of if we're talking about these sorts of drugs and erectile dysfunction, things like that. The hormone side of it will be covered in another video because that's something very different altogether. That's also been asked a lot recently and it definitely needs covering. But for now, we're just going to discuss how these two can be used in a pre-workout and pre-stage setting, and they often do get used because they just increase blood flow systemically. So actually, if anyone was to use one of these and then have engaging sexual activity and you put your arms down like this, you'll notice you get a massive pump across your arms and your chest because it increases blood flow everywhere. Yes, you will probably find it easier to get and maintain an erection when you are aroused. So if you take them in the gym, but unless you get really excited in the gym on a day-to-day basis, you're probably not going to notice anything down there. You're probably going to notice it everywhere else because along with the rest of the stuff you take pre-workout, it just helps you get a pump. Then you come home, and especially something like cialis, which is a lot longer acting, which is why I'd advise this over this. That's still going to work. So if the time presents itself later in the day, you are ready, and that would also be the same case for a woman. You're still going to get more blood flow. So increased blood flow is still going to mean increased blood flow to your sexual organs if they are being utilized at that moment in time. Although it wouldn't have the same effect. We notice a guy suddenly, okay, it's a much stronger erection, erectile quality goes up, and it stays much better. Okay, that's more noticeable. And for a girl, it is more subtle. So actually the pre-workout setting would be much more beneficial than actual pre-sexual activity. But the fact remains saying that you can use this. And they were originally for blood pressure, which is why my client's question was actually backwards. But people think that because they think when they get Viagra, especially, they get the stuffy nose and the swollen feeling face. It's not blood pressure going up because your blood pressure will most likely go down. It's the fact all your blood vessels in your face dilate and your nose dilate and it's really uncomfortable, which is why I'd recommend cialis because you don't tend to get that, even the full tablet of cialis. With 50 milligrams of Viagra, these are 100 milligram tablets, they're generics, you'll probably know what you get like in your face. So this is the reasons why, if guys are taking them, and if girls want to use them for pre-training, you actually can. But guys, no, you're not going to have a heart attack, your blood pressure might actually drop. It is, especially cialis, a lot of people use year-round because it's a longer acting drug. They will use it year-round to help decrease blood pressure, along with some other things, maybe an ARB, maybe a beta blocker, things like that will also help bring blood pressure down. But that also then comes back to cardio, fitness. If you're then losing erections due to maybe the blood flow, it might just be if you're a big guy, your heart's doing this, you're a lot of weight to move, yeah, you can struggle to have sex as well because of that. And that has to be factored in. When a lot of people get really struggled and they think that these are going to fix the problems, then they don't, and then they get more stressed. It's because they don't actually directly cause erections. The most beneficial drug for that is either melanotan or the aspect of melanotan, PT141, that does directly increase libido, erectile quality, and sexual sensitivity, which I have covered in another video. If you scroll down, you will find that, or you can DM me and ask me further questions. And the same with these. Guys, if you've got any further questions, please do let me know. And let me know what you think in the comments below. And we'll have a little discussion. And if you like videos like this, please do let me know what you want to see more of, and I will happily discuss it from my personal experience